There is just nothing as pretty as a pretty pair of shoes. And that is absolutely no wonder because we all know that shoes are one of our best sellers at Honey. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the general product info around our shoes and how you can ensure that you give the best service to your client. Remember, at Honey, we are client focused and we want to make sure that our clients are always knowledgeable about their products and how to take care of it. So our products always comes in different forms of packaging. Packaging is designed to really protect your product both before and after delivery. So when we look at shoes, what you need to know is that our shoes are marked in UK sizes. That is the same metrics that we use in South Africa. So basically, if your client are a size 6, this would be exactly the same kind of a sizing that she would go for her shoes. But it is not that easy. All shoes should preferably be tried on, especially after purchase, to make sure that the shoe is a perfect fit. You will find the dust cover that the shoe is covered in, and then use that to put that on the floor if there's not a carpet available, so that your client can fit the shoe. If she has scuffed the shoe sole of the shoes, we will not be able to take it back for a return. And why is this important? Because if my client returns her shoes with scuff marks, they land in your client's hands on her next purchase. And your client does not want to have shoes with scuff marks on. So it is all of our responsibility to make sure that we adhere to fitment guidelines and how to really take care of our product. Now, one of the things I want to share with you is that shoe sizing can sometimes be tricky. Let me tell you a little story. If I walk into a shoe store, I would say to the sales lady, I'm a size 6. She brings the shoe, and this shoe is a slightly tighter fit. So I ask her for a 7. I fit it, I buy it, I walk out of the store, but in my mind, I'm still a size 6. I've realized this one day when I packed my shoe cupboard, and I found actually that I have got both 5s, 6, and 7s in my cupboard. And that would be the reality for your client as well. That is why it is important that after you have figured out what is the perfect sizing for your client, and the sizing will differ from flat shoes to high heel shoes, make sure you use your client record card to note that on so that you don't have to struggle with that again. Let's look at the coding system of shoes. This shoes code is 9799S. You will see that is an S and not a 5, which is important because when you send the code to your leader to order, if you put down a 5 instead of the S, her system will throw it out and it will show as the item not being available. Now you'll see a 5, 6, 7, and an 8 afterwards. That will show you the sizes that this specific shoe is available in. When we go to promotions, you will sometimes find this code, and let's say it will say 5, 7, and 8. That means the other sizes are already sold out. What I then do is I would only send this specific shoe that is now currently on a promotion to my clients who are sizes 5, 7, or 8. So be on the lookout of those exclusions when an item goes on promotion. Sometimes you only find that there's size 5s left. So just be wary of that. There's no use for you to send that to your clients in a size 6 or even ask your leader to order it for you in a size 6. We also measure the length of the heel in millimeters so that you know exactly how high this specific shoe will be. Now, when you unpack your shoes at your client, it is very important at delivery to unpack the shoes at your client and to make sure that she, first of all, tries on the shoe. If your client is very secure that the shoe is going to fit her, I still urge you to unpack the shoes and check that both feet are a left and a right, and that both shoes are a size 5. These are very important specifics or little things that we need to do for our client, because what could happen is this client is ordering this for a wedding in 4 months from now. She packs that away, she's not going to wear it, and 2 weeks before the wedding she takes it out and she finds that there's 2 left feet into that shoe. The problem is this is now outside of your guarantee period. You cannot return it anymore, And 99% of the time, the shoe is now sold out, which means we can't even swap it out for you. So make sure that when you see your client, you always unpack the product and check it for any irregularities. And then there's a rule when you wear your shoes. You have to take a pretty photo and send it to our Get the Look, Spot the Honey. Do you know that your client can win a 250 Rand voucher in our Spot the Honey competition every week? But this also helps you to get some beautiful images that you can use to promote your business. Taking care of your shoes is very important. Our shoes are manufactured to a very high quality, and we select the PU to make sure that the finish of your piece is to honey perfection. The edges are sealed to protect from fraying, and we also place your shoes in a dust cover to protect your beloved shoes while being stored. Now, when you deliver your shoes to your client, it is very important that you do share some time on care and guarantee. Now, I do this to my client every single time I deliver my item. I will never expect that she remembers our guarantee. The first thing that she needs to know is that we have got a 28-day guarantee on the manufacturing of our product. And that means if she is saving those shoes for that wedding in 4 months, she must be aware that by then, if she starts wearing it and something happens in the first 28 days after she starts wearing it, the guarantee has then closed for her. So if she knows this, she will not come back being unhappy. It's also important to share the care instructions with our clients. And what I do is I always give them the information, that little dust cover. If they prefer to not save their shoes in the box, I always urge them to put them back into the little dust cover. When they get home, always remove the residue from your shoes. Especially in rainy seasons, you don't want to make sure that that ugly red soil is stuck to the bottom of your sole and actually leave an ugly stain on the shoe next door. So treat them the same as handbags. Leave them outside for a day just to breathe and to dry out properly. Then place them in your dust cover and then place them in that special place in your room. So shoes are just one of the most amazing parts. I know you love them. I love them. We all love them. And I wish you a happy selling as you enjoy the beautiful fashion and the online trends that Honey has to offer.